One of our very own Jackson soccer stars, Kathleen Doane, with high school coach Blake Newman-Gillig and Rush soccer coach Daris Ward. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, you're fresh back from, where'd you go? You went to Spain?
Yep.
So talk a little bit about the trip over to Spain. What was that like?
The trip was life-changing for me. I met a ton of amazing girls that really focus on soccer, and they're so passionate about soccer. And for me, that's what Rush was really about, was your passion for the sport. So it was really amazing to see that.
Talk a little bit about the schedule when you guys traveled. What was it like? Did you guys compete in a tournament? Did you guys do a lot of practices? What was it like?
Yeah, so this is my first year coaching Kathleen with Rush. Unfortunately, I didn't go on the trip with her, but in terms of her selection process, obviously her previous coach, Marco, who's the head coach at Spring Arbor now, he recommended her for that an opportunity, and also she was able to go to the regional select program, and there, obviously she performed well, and so she was selected to go to the national event, where she, like she said, she was able to travel to Spain and play with some amazing players. So I'm just lucky to be able to coach a kid who's very passionate about the game and has a really good attitude about improving and whatnot.
And Blake, of course, you get to take advantage in the high school season. Talk a little bit about Kathleen as a player and what type of experience this is really like for her coming back.
Well, to start, I think that for me it was a no-brainer. So her mom and her kind of came to me and they were like, "We want Kathleen to do this thing," and I was like, she has to do it. She absolutely has to do it. So whatever she has to miss to make her eligible when she comes back, no-brainer, she has to go. And she came back and she was just ready to play, and which was awesome, because I was like, you just got off of a plane for like 13 hours or whatever it was, and you're jet lagged and you're just ready to go. And then obviously the week we came back, we had some schedule changes, and she was just like, whatever, let's just do it. It's fine. So I think her attitude and her perspective about that situation and then coming back and playing with her teammates here was perfect.
Right, because you missed one LC game, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, some coaches would not be cool with that, but you realized the opportunity, of course.
Absolutely.
So talk about some of these kids you're playing with. Who are some of your teammates? Are they from all over?
Yes, they're from all over the U.S.,
Okay.
some from Iowa and Mississippi and everything. So it was really cool to come together as one team. I only knew like 2 or 3 girls going there, and so I met pretty much my whole team there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some new best friends.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
It looks like a heck of a vacation on top of a soccer experience, too.
It was, yeah.
Did you guys get to do some sightseeing?
Yes, we did. We walked around Madrid a lot, and then when we went to Valencia, we got to tour their Art and Science Museum and a ton of their shops and everything, and we got to go to the beach, so that was really fun.
Daris, talk about this level of soccer and what it's really like, compared to just maybe a high school team.
Right. Well, I've been fortunate enough to coach, like youth level club and then now college at Albion, and for her to experience this type of level, I think it shows one, she's had good foundation from when she was little, and then obviously has a good family who's provided her with the opportunity to be in these environments. But I mean, this level is pretty high. I mean, when you're playing with players from all over the country, it shows that one, you're one of the best players in your area, and then also in your state. And that's one thing, Rush does a really great job of providing opportunities for our top players to go on and push themselves. And I think it's important when you do that, because you realize that, one, hey, here's where I'm at, and then what do I need to do to get to the next level? And she's a player who has big aspirations of going on and playing on a high level. So I'm just here to help her, and I think she has to be in control of that process, and which she is. Yeah,
your older sister Anna was able to play on a team similar to this, and now she's at Division I UNC Asheville. What are your goals?
My goal is to play in college. I've always seen myself being able to play in college, and like Daris said, hopefully I have what it takes to get there. And I believe that if I really worked for it and I put my time and effort into it, that I could.
She's pretty tough, has a good motor, right?
Yep.
Talk a little bit about the LC team and kind of what Kathleen does for you out on the field.
Yeah, so she's, obviously an essential player on our back line. If you didn't know, she plays defense. Yeah, so I think that especially we're pretty young. We have a pretty young team. And having a strong player in the back that is young can kind of help guide her other young peers is really important, especially as we grow and we continue to, develop the younger players. If we have someone back there that's playing at that level, at that caliber, she's the only thing that's doing is bringing the people around her with her.
Yeah.
So there's that saying that the rising water lifts all boats, right? So that's kind of what is happening. You can see it happening around her in the back and then just pushing up the field. So
It's very cool. Now you're how old?
I'm 15.
15. So that's pretty amazing to have all these accomplishments by the age of 15. So give us some advice on younger kids playing soccer. There's so many different options. What's the most important? What's the most important thing you want to see when you have a ninth grader get to high school?
I want them to have a good base. So hopefully that they've been playing some type of youth soccer before, preferably a decent level of club, so that they get a good fundamental base, and obviously come in with an attitude that is coachable, so that way they're able to play in our system, whatever that system is at the time. But yeah, I think fundamentals are extremely important and often overlooked, so definitely focus on that.
Yeah, you don't want to waste your time teaching fundamentals day one of practice.
Yeah.
What's your history in the game?
Oh man, I actually grew up in West Africa, Liberia, and I came here at the age of 12, and I played a little bit club soccer, and I travel a little bit, not as her, of course, but just within Michigan and in the Midwest, and then I played a little bit at MSU with the men's club team.
Nice.
But for me, going back to your question about what do you in terms of what do you want to see from a player when they get to the high school level, for us at the Rush, we try to teach the players empathy, and then also embracing the game and loving it and loving practice. Because a lot of players, especially in today's youth game, they have so much going on.
Right.
I feel bad. Sometimes I tell the parents are Uber drivers because they're pulling their kids all over the place.
I talked to a second grade parent. The kid's got a hockey game, baseball game, and soccer game Saturday morning.
Yes.
It's second grade.
Yeah.
So,
it's not healthy, but because they have so much going on, and sometimes they don't love what they do. And she's the total opposite.
Yeah.
She loves if you see her how she practices, how she's at practice versus how she plays in the game, there's nothing different.
That's cool.
And that's what we want players to love practice, to love their improvement, because they have total ownership. And I truly believe this. We as coaches and parents, I always tell the parents we have 1% in their improvement, they have 99%. So hopefully she has a few friends that play her at Rush, and they play for Coach Blake now. So hopefully they're showing what we teach them at Rush, and then having a good time at the high school level.
Awesome. Now, Blake, you're 2016 graduate of Lumen Christi, second year coach. So you played at Lumen, obviously.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about your history in the game.
Yeah, so I played at Lumen for 4 years. I was a varsity player there. I played for Rush actually too, so it's good to see some other people taking advantage of that club. After high school, I went and I played at Defiance College for 4 years. So that was an amazing experience. Anyone who's thinking about playing in college, I recommend it. Tap, tap. But yeah, and then last year I was in grad school and I got reached out to about the coaching job, and I took it. So yeah.
And here you are. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Have you ever gotten a yellow card or a red card?
Nope.
Really? Well,
That's
let's see if
amazing.
that is amazing.
Because she's very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aggressive defender.
I happened to see one of your basketball games. And if they had cards in basketball, I think you would have got upset from what I saw. So what's the schedule like? When can we see Kathleen play?
Yeah, so our next 3 games, we have one on Thursday at 5 at Hastings, and then we play Harper Creek Wednesday at Harper Creek, and then we play next Friday at home.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here. Kathleen,
Thank
congratulations.
Thank you.
Any things you want to accomplish during the rest of your high school career before you go off to college?
What Daris said before was showing Lumen what we learned from Rush,
Okay.
in like the base. And the whole Rush program has 11 core values. And to me, those are really important for how you develop as a player and a person. And so I would definitely like to bring that into my school soccer.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, congratulations and continued success this year, and good luck with the rest of the coaching.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Kathleen, Doane, and Daris Ward, along with Blake Newman-Gillig from Lumen Christi and Rush Soccer. We'll be right back after this break.